today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos taking on Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
In a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. On the return, Walker. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars, and it's Gardner Minshew, their second-year quarterback, leading the way.
I know that people like him, and he's kind of a phenomenon in the league as Gardner Minshew, but I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how well he plays the game of football at the quarterback spot. Remember, he was a sixth-round pick, and a surprise sixth-round pick at that. More than held his own as a rookie after Nick Foles' broken clavicle forced him onto the field in the second quarter of Week 1. The Jaguars went 6-6 with him as a starter in 12 opportunities. Now they've got a chance to continue to progress and move forward with Gardner Minshew leading their team.
An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
First down.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you...
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do. The Broncos offense set to go behind their quarterback in his second season now from Missouri, Charles. It's Drew Lock.
What a roller coaster for Drew Lock from the NFL draft until the end of his rookie season, because on draft night he thought he might go in the first round, ended up going in the second, and then didn't get to start with the Broncos until near the end of his rookie year. But the Broncos did go 4-1 in those games, and he played very well, working on his agility and his pocket presence in the offseason. And I love how the Broncos upgraded around him in order to give him more weapons.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5 at the 41.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know people see Philip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball at the backfield and move the sticks.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll go for it. It's Lock. He's got his tight end fan. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 45 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, They count on him getting additional yardage almost every time, and that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded in the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A gain there of 21 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings
from just shy of midfield. Minshew connecting here with DJ Shark. First catch for the man who led the Jags in catches a year ago, and it's a Jacksonville first down.
And a Jaguar first down.
Off play action, it's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Powering forward. Fournette, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown
from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Now it's Lindsey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
7-7, our score after 1.
First quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision. decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield, and yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
After the penalty, it's Fournette, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's the All-Pro Von Miller who came in to belt him behind the line. Throwing on second and long. Minshew caught here by Conley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Chris Conley.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
But it's third down.
Minshew throwing on third down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
7 yards.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
They'll take over.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking for Chark again. This time he's got him. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Michael O.J. Mudia. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
touchdown, Broncos.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Brandon McManus, the kicker.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 9. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A toss running left, Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
The tackle made by Todd Davis.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On second down, Minshew. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack by Todd Davis. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags.
3rd and long.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Josh Lambo on.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
The kick is good. Makes the score Broncos 14. Jaguars 10.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, he did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Screen pass to Lindsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Lindsey.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
14. Jaguars.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Third and 1.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on third and 1.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got this down to the 35.
That's good for a Denver.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Cortland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Cortland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
Brings up second and 7.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point from McManus is good, so that one will be accepted. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
The kickoff for Denver.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Gardner Minshew and the Jags ready to go on offense once again. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun is Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And Eifert has it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Jacksonville.
Minshew with a give to Fournette. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Steps away to his left.
Holding offense.
We can't have that.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
Jaguars 13.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Bobby, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you to the end zone, get you 6?
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And some space here. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Broncos score. 54 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he's got it up and through. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing again on second down. Minshew. Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. And a Jaguar first down.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And his pass, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for Chris.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Oh, some strong running. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 24. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Denver.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
At the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Locked now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
25-yard line.
Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Sack.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
That's good.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Now Minshew on the slant. This is Chark. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Minshew sets to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
1st and 10. at their own 49-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.